Good afternoon, everyone. Hello, 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 ducklings. How is it going, everyone? Hello, and welcome back to Monday. Another one. Someday that cycle will end. Today is not that day. Today's Monday. We are back for yet another bit of the endlessness. Welcome to it. Matu, congratulations on the first. Well done, Matu. Thank you so much. Kensei, good afternoon. Thank you for the hydrate. Hold up. Oh, no. We continue the ice-cold beverages, for it is getting warm. Thank you, Kensei. Balthazar, you are the best duckling. Well done. Good morning, Bal. Hope you're doing well. MJM, good afternoon. Aura, hello, Aura. Good afternoon. Good morning to you. Good morning. How's it going, everyone? Hello, hello, hello. We have a bit of a program for everyone today. Before we dive into anything, I would like to talk to you all about your washing machine's extended insurance, because who's going to pay for it if you get stuck in it? There we go. That's the one. There we go. I definitely thought out this sentence before I started it. 100%. No, I would like to talk to you all about this week's gadget. Oh no. Oh, why button no work? There we go. Huh? Weird. There it is. Button does work. Hurrah! I would like to talk to you all about this week's schedule. Tired, my cat woke me up like 4 hours early. Good. The cat demands attention? How dare you? Like to make a claim? Wait. Well, if you don't have one, that's the problem. What are you claiming on? Your big head just momentarily got in the way? No, like I pressed the button and my chair didn't move. It's the same button. Like on the second try it worked. Weird. So, this week we have a lot of Dark Deity. Lots of Dark Deity. We have 40k with Firin. Firin and I are going to be playing another round of 40k. I can tell you Firin is about to play Death Guard. I don't know what I'm playing yet. I'm hard pivoting between Eldar, World Eaters, or if I can get my Codex by then, Emperor's Children. But I don't know yet. I have no idea. Maybe any of you have an idea for an army to play. Probably maybe World Eaters, although that's very one note go and charge, right? But then again, one note go and charge is fun. So, I'll also have to go make a map. Maybe we can go make a map together at one point. If somewhere within this week. We do have to create like a good map. I'm really tired of the fucking ITC L-shaped ruin maps. So I just want to make something pretty. Just something cool and pretty, with plenty of cover for people to run behind, but not like this artificial bullshit. I'm really tired of like L-shaped ruins. Really so tired. I wish I had like really cool like multi-layered building stuff to mess with, to make like buildings and bridges to like move units over. But we might have to improvise something like that at one point. You know what? We really should maybe improvise something like this. Chat? This is somewhere within this week we're doing this, by the way. Maybe we're doing this tonight. I don't know. Like, later, obviously. We're gonna go make, like, a conceptual 40k map. And then I'm just gonna have to put this into Tabletop Sim. Like, just find a cool layout, you know? Yeah. Yeah. However, that is something for later to discuss. Today, we have Kadomon 1.0. Kadomon is a roguelike creature collector auto battler thingy that a while ago we played on stream, like 2024, I believe it was. when it got into early access. I thought the game was really nifty. Many creatures, like cool item designs, but it had a couple issues on release. Like, it had a couple of issues. There were a lot of bugs, some abilities didn't work. I expect that to have been fixed. But what I am most excited about is to see what they did about the clutter of it all. While Kadomon was really cool, the fact that you're playing like a team-based auto-battler in a pseudo-speed-based like turn economy meant that a lot of things happened at the same time on screen, and the game was really hard to follow. I know that is a complaint that a lot of people leveled at it, so I'm excited to see how 1.0 changes that. Or if it does. Let me not promise you anything. I don't know yet. We're gonna find that out together. We're gonna find that out together. So that's what we're doing today. In case we don't do this the entire day, I've got a couple other things. For example, we could make that map together. We could play some Dark Deity later. But we have program for today. We're going to start having a look at Kadomon 1.0. And I got, like, when we did the early access coverage, I got a key sent to me by their, like, relationship management, right? And, like, back then, we did, like, the stream about it. Everything was fine. Disclaimer here and there. And with the launch of 1.0, I got the message from the same manager going like, hey, 1.0, you want to stream it? You want to stream it? Here's your key. And I'm like, but like, I have a key. You all made me, like, you all got me playing this for, like this entire time. Like, what do you mean? And the reply back was, oh, yeah, no, cool. Use it for a giveaway then. To which I say, hell yeah. I really appreciate this. So one thing that I'm really keen on is that I only take keys for games that I know I'm going to cover. I haven't been entirely successful with this. There have been a handful of games, 2 or 3 over the course of 6 years where I go, hey, I want to cover this, and then it just doesn't happen because either I'm sick or something else happens that prevents me from streaming it on the day that I want to, then times don't line up. There have been a couple of games that have fallen through the cracks, but in general, I won't take keys unless I really want to cover them. And sometimes, because you're on a mailing list, you just get sent more keys than you need. I've never taken those. I've always replied with, hey, thanks, don't need it. But a handful of times in the last couple of years, I've gotten the reply back, oh, do with it what you want. And that's really fucking nifty. They don't have to do that. So today, we've got a giveaway key. If you want to enter the giveaway, go into the channel point redeems. Channel point redeems will have a like very low cost channel point redeem for 10 points that gets you into the list. You can join this once. There is no waiting between subs or non-subs. There's no waiting whatsoever. It's everyone gets exactly the same chance, whether you've joined us 5 minutes ago or whether you've been here for 6 years. So no waiting in any way, shape, or form. And then when we are done with Kadomon today, either at the end of stream or when we're switching to something else, I'm gonna go and draw a random name, API error, and that will be that. I should, like, really quickly probably write a message and pin that to the top of chat. I should do that. Hold up. Hold up. What did I name it? Enter giveaway. Yeah, no, never mind. Oop, there we go. And then we'll take this and pin this. We shall take this and pin this to the top of chat so everyone knows. I will repeat this over the course of today, but just so everyone is aware. Tally, how you doing, Tally? The Dark Emperor is generous today. It's not my generosity, not my generosity. But, yes, of course, rejoice, my minions. And also, Afid, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Hello, Afid. But yeah, that's the plan for today. You see the rest of the schedule Next, oh god, the next 2 weeks, chat. The next 3 weeks, this week included, are going to be so fucking cool. We have a quick like look into the future. Next week, we've got the start of the Primal campaign. We've got 4 players. We're starting the narrative campaign for Primal. I am fucking hyped beyond belief. I had so much fun on Saturday, and we're going to be playing like through an entire campaign. It will take a couple of streams, but oh my god, it's going to be so cool. Then the week after that, I know that's a long time in the future, we have a group for another new game. We're going to be playing a round of Earthborn Rangers with some really cool guests. A game that I have not played at all, and I quite frankly need to learn the rules for it before I do that. We might do a playtest session on Discord for anyone that wants to join in and like learn the game with someone that is reading the rulebook as they play. We might do that in the next 2 weeks, but that's coming up, which is super fucking cool. And then, of course, this week, like the Saturdays are universally something that get me hyped out of my mind. 40k with Piran this week. I wanted to play more than the Primal campaign, obviously, next week, the week after that. Earthborn Rangers one shot. I think I can announce the players already. For Primal, we have Furthen is going to keep joining us, which I absolutely adore. He did so well for this being like his first like VTuber, PNG tuber stream. He did really, really well. We have Hannah, who joins us again. And of course, we have Shinx, who is staying with us. And then as our 4th player, we have Lucky. Lucky's joining us hunting big monsters as a monster hunter player of the olden days. She's with us. And I think I've got 4 fantastic players for that. Then for 40k, we've got Firin. Big surprise. And for Earthborn Rangers, the lineup isn't entirely set yet. But we have Milo. We have Shinxie again. She's everywhere. Like, I'm taking up every single one of Shinxie's weekends. I have no idea how she can still stand me. I'm super leaning on her. I appreciate that she's dealing with all of it. And we've got V. We've got Milo as VD, Shinxie for Earthborn Rangers. I'm looking for one more player right now. I've asked someone, waiting for a reply. They're really busy, so they haven't responded yet. I've got like 1 or 2 backups that I want to ask for it as well. And we'll see how that goes. But overall, even if we only have 3 players, that group is totally firing. We don't need 4. And Buildery, you are the best duckling. Well done, well done. Hope you're doing well. Jason, good afternoon, Jason. Hello. You like Furthen's PNG? It was really cool, right? Big behind, like a bit of a behind the scenes thing. For Furthen's PNG, he had this commissioned by an artist. I think that artist did wonderfully well, but when he came in, he obviously wasn't experienced with like how we do capturing and like what anything does. So he had looked stuff up, like he had educated himself on it beforehand, and he was streaming his PNG to me with like a green screen. But I don't want to green screen chroma key capture shit that I don't have to. So we told him to go through reactive, right? But obviously he had 4 PNGs. He had the blink cycle and then the normal one for both of the stances, right? Mouth open, mouth closed. And reactive only allows you to use 2. So Shinx went and like quickly put that into 2 GIFs to give him like a natural GIF blink cycle to put in, which she had to revise like 3 times just before stream started. So like I really like what Furthen got as a PNG. I think it looks adorable. He looks really cool. And then Shinx also made this work just before stream because she's a fucking sweetheart. I don't know how else to phrase that. That woman's a bloody gem. Insanely talented. Like, not just when it comes to art. Like, have you read her writing? Fucking hell. Holy shit. I'm sorry, I'm a huge fan. I'm just a big fan. I don't know what else to say. Misty, good morning, Misty. Hello. Been playing Skyrim, and I must say, it gets way too much flack. I mean, it got into What? Stole the armor off the back of every guards in other cities full of half. The problem with Skyrim isn't that it gets too much flack for its stealing system. The problem with Skyrim is that it gets not enough flack for being boring as shit without mods. Like, that's the problem with Skyrim. Like, it's a empty game with, like, basically no coherence to it all. And I said that on launch. I have not been proven wrong yet. Sev, hello, Sev. Jinxie is super skilled and talented. Yeah, she really, really is. She really, really is. What a great streamer. What a fantastic streamer. I've had the pleasure of having known her for like over 6 years now. Wonderful, wonderful person. Great streamer, wonderful person. It's a fun finding different set of mods. Listen, there's nothing wrong with having fun or enjoying a bad game. Like, there's zero wrong with that. I enjoy plenty of bad games. Plenty of them. So just because like a game is bad doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to enjoy it. I just think when Skyrim gets venerated as this paragon of open world design, I have to throw up a little. Because its open world design is the worst thing about Skyrim. Like, by a lot. It's like how XCOM is a bad turn-based tactics game, you know? Or modern Firaxis XCOM is a bad turn-based tactics game. Actually, the analog is really close, because Skyrim's lack of anything worthwhile doing gets fixed with mods, and XCOM's lack of interesting anything gets fixed with mods. Yay! Shoutouts to the Long War team, who have been making XCOM playable since 1999. I don't know what the actual year is. That's just the year that sounds the best. It's at best the paragon of modding. Brethren, that is something I will entirely agree with. Super agree. Hello, brethren. I know I haven't said hello to you yet. I'm so sorry. Hope you're doing well. Yes, Yes, chat's lack of anything interesting gets fixed with mods. True, because you fuck around on providing anything. That's a lie. That's a lie. But yeah, that's the plan for today. That is the plan for today, everyone. So, how's your weekend been? You're dealing with a massive moral dilemma. What is your massive moral dilemma? We're doing a bit of yapping today. I realized in the last couple of weeks I've cut the yap very, very short. Not moral. Morale? Well, it's not morale. Is it morale instead of moral? I'm also dealing with a massive morale issue of like wanting to go to bed. But that's a different problem. Just having indecisive? What's your indecisiveness about? I'll pick for you. Happily. I'll take charge. You don't have to, don't worry. You got skipped over, Galundia? No, that's not true. That's not true. I said hello to Galundia. An extra special hello to you. Hope you're doing well. Hello. I would never. I have done that in the past. We both know that's true. So in other words, in other news, for those of you that were in Discord yesterday, you might already know what my day consisted of today. It went okay. That's as much as I'm willing to say. Like, I mean, it didn't go okay. It didn't go okay at all. I'm not gonna elaborate. But for those of you that were in Discord yesterday, you know what I'm talking about. It didn't go that great. It didn't. I think we're getting out of it. Porn. No, it's not about porn. What the fuck? I mean, yes, kind of. No, wait. It does involve. Don't say that without context. God damn it. Anyway, the talk went not okay. They got really uppity about it. Obviously, they did. I think we have a case. I think we're fine. I think I can justify the proceedings in front of a court of law. But it seems like this is going to court. This will probably be going to court. They signaled they wanted to talk to their lawyer. Understandable, obviously, that's their right. I hope the lawyer doesn't just drag us to court because they want to make money. I really hope so. Mostly because I can't be bothered. Oh, I'm doing wonderfully, Matu. It's just, it's a confrontational thing, right? And, one's human. Wait, Once Human what? I mean, I was playing Once Human earlier. We've arrived on our new server that we'll likely be staying on for a while unless something big new comes out now that Once Human has semi-permanent servers. What is it about in a general gist? Employee lawyer shit. Rebel says, I've been playing Cyber Sleuth, as you know, but I wanted to have a Digidestined mod profile set up in case I feel like playing. It's an overall mod. I'm pairing it with a mod that adds 300-ish digis. What the fuck? There are mods like that for Cyber Sleuth? I've never played modded Cyber Sleuth. I didn't know that existed. Fuck. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, I want to play that so bad. In the process of getting through the chunky dialogue... Wait, how are they doing all the animations for over 300 additional Digimon? There's no way that someone made, like, 300 additional 3D assets, right? There's no way they went through and made, like, additional 3D assets for everything. Anyway, but in the process of getting through the chunky dialogue, at the beginning I may have saved over my OG save, and I'm starting with the idea of starting my OG playthrough again, or just continuing the Digidestined idea. Continue the idea. If you've played through the OG already, what's the point of doing it again, right? Forgot to ask which server you're on yesterday. We are on PvE 141. Nanibus, Lunar, Hard. I mean, that's the same thing. EU, right? EU 141. Join us. Join us. They're ripping most of them from other games. I mean, that's fair enough. If they actually... One thing that I personally don't like, and I know this is stupid because I know this shit is like so much effort, right? But I don't like the ones where it's like, here, have all of these additional options, have all of these additional creatures. And then they're all just like non-assets, like, they're not like anywhere comparable. Obviously, that is a lot of like voluntary like art design effort that like costs developers a lot of time and money to be put in for like someone that is basically dedicating their time for free to a mod project. But it does massively devalue those like those mods for me. Yes, please, brethren. Absolutely. Absolutely, please do that. And Furthan! Thankfully, Furthan has arrived after I stopped talking about him. Great. Good morning, Furthan. I hope you're doing well. Good morning. No, but please, brethren, if you would, I would love to get those. I don't think we're looking at a Cyber Sleuth playthrough on stream anytime soon. I'm gonna be a bit too busy. I want to finish Dark Day 82. That's my big priority. We're going to start all of the board game projects, and then Claire Obscure soon, right? So I don't think I have time for like a Cyber Sleuth playthrough soon. But off stream, I still have a live off stream sometimes that I play video games in without like streaming them. This would definitely fit in there. All right, ducklings. Zoop. Here goes the schedule. Good. The chair still works. Oh, checking the VOD. I can't prevent that from happening, unfortunately. Cannot prevent that. Let me boot up the Kadomon, shall we? I'm really excited. I like Kadomon when it got into early access. Obviously, we talked about like a couple of flaws that it had. I really, really hope they messed with a bunch of it. I really hope so. But we're about to find out whether they have or not. I can already see that the one... No, that might just be my PC. Never mind. It always had like an oddly long loading time. That's something. Let's... Can I have sound? No? There we are. There we are. Yeah, now we have sound. Is this... Okay, it keeps playing even when I tap out. Wonderful. We're turning screen shake off immediately. Beautiful. Beautiful. There's a whole packs that add X antibody mods. Oh god, yes! There's a fuck ton of Digimon packs for Cyber Sleuth right now. A good few might have some copies, but it's really a huge mod community. I didn't know it had a mod community at all, brethren. I didn't know it had a mod community at all. That's legitimately exciting as hell. Like, I'll play through Cyber Sleuth again happily. I love that game. I really, really do. Ori, good afternoon. Yeah, what's wrong, Ori? What's wrong? What happened? What? The poor, oh, look at the poor Izzy emote. Oh. 12.5k XP on data camp, and the prognosis says it'll reach 17k today. What does that mean? What does that mean? 12.5k XP. Whoa. You have to elaborate, Ori. Sorry, like I'm trying. What's the data camp? XP like experience? Or like Windows XP? You had XP for doing lessons, 50 out of 100 per test. Oh, gamified education. Ah, I see. And you've reached 12.5k already? Or is that something you need to reach? There's too much of it. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Fucking gamified education works for me. It's not something I'd recommend to everyone. But man, do like shiny little symbols and trophies and like XP bars help me with motivation. It adds, like, learning, by all accounts, learning a new language, learning like tech skills, learning all of these should be extrinsic motivation, right? You do this to get something else, to be rewarded with like a better position, more knowledge, like new perspectives. But it isn't, right? Like most of the time learning, especially in the process of it, has to come from you. It's intrinsic. You have to want to learn this. The reward is too far off to be extrinsically motivated, right? And that's something that I fucking struggle with. If you don't dangle a carrot in front of my face, I go, do I really wanna? Why am I bothering? Why do I bother? Right? However, if I know, hey, I want to learn this language to do this thing, and you give me like shiny little badges along the way, yeah, that shit does it. I should have done that. I should have like signed up for something like that when I decided I wanted to learn Russian many years ago. I gave up on that very early on because like lack of motivation, right? And also the fucking pandemic had just started. Removes the unspoken requirement of need in-depth pen skills to do damage late game. I mean, brethren. I don't know. I'm about to learn a language to impress my girlfriend. Hell yeah. What are you learning, Aura? What's it you're going to be learning? Sinjin said, hi, Sinjin, by the way. Hello. I hope you're doing well. It works for some, but it's very much a niche that I don't think fits me. That's the important part, right? I've had people try to sell this like gamified education package to everyone, and it just doesn't fucking work. Just like, for me, for example, one thing that I hate that in my school, when I went to high school, we had a course that was learning. And it was all about, here are different methods you need to use in order to learn something. And one thing they drilled into us was fucking cue cards. I despise cue cards so much. They do not do anything for me. I don't like them when I'm holding presentations. I don't like them to like revise lessons. I don't like them as like a vocabulary aid. I hate cue cards, and yet for like 3 years of this was a mandatory thing we had to do. I had to deal with fucking cue cards. Awful. God awful. Hate it. So I don't really want to like lean into the idea of like, oh, I'm a visual learner. I'm blah, blah, blah. I think that's also kind of bullshit. Like people tout this way too hard. But everyone has affinities for like different ways to like acquire knowledge. That one's like ultimately always true. Everyone has different affinities for how they best absorb knowledge. And for some people, the additional motivation by a game system like this just does nothing. They see it as additional chores, something to keep up with, and I would never recommend that shit to those people, right? I don't think I encountered them, but I see no real point to those cards. Yeah, I don't either, Sinjin. Like, a couple of my classmates were really hyped about it because, like, they got to, like, basically have shit written down that they got to look up. Like, Tagalog! I'm gonna try and secretly learn it and surprise them. That is I mean, Tagalog is a dying language, right? I don't know whether it's classified as one already, but I'm pretty sure it's getting there. That's... Hell yeah, Aura. Good luck. Good luck. It's a cool thing to do. It's a cool thing to do. I'll slurp your learning. Lewd. And don't. Find it easier to learn with my hands. Throw me to the wolves. I'll either die or come back with pets. Keep your hands to yourself. Yeah, some people, like, love the swim or die method, right? I remember my mom teaching me to do spider diagrams as part of studying. They just gave me a headache and didn't actually help at all. Flowcharts. Whoever invented flowcharts, if they were still alive and in my area, I'd offer to blow them. Like, no questions asked. I fucking love flowcharts. Not to, like, learn something, but to understand the system. I will regularly, like, drop random flowcharts of, like, random systems just to understand, or just to get, like, a clear grip of them. Absolutely. No, Mythic! Why? Why not? Only the luck because I'm very slow at learning languages outside of reading. Like, I can read French and barely understand it spoken, but cannot write or speak French. I mean, I don't speak demonic. I've said it all, like, over and over, right, Aura? So I get that. I don't think I want to make a deal with Satan just to learn a language that I do not like listening to. This is like an auditory problem. You know how some people have, like, these, like, really bad, like, misophonia things? Where they don't like the sound of, like, plastic, like, getting compressed, like the crinkly sound, right? Or some people, like, really can't stand the sound of eating, something like that. Like, some people have, like, extremely interesting triggers about specific noises. And I don't mean this as a value judgment. I have nothing against you all. You're wonderful people, but the French language does that to me. There's something about the flow of, like, spoken French that makes me go, oh, nothing to do with the people whatsoever. Ugh, I don't like it. Interesting enough, like, a French dialect or, like, a French accent in other languages is super fucking interesting. If I can still understand the person. That's not the problem, but, like, spoken French, Kel loathes me? I do not loathe you whatsoever. No. Like I said, it has nothing to do with the person behind it. It's the language itself. It's not their voice. It's not their personality. It's not how they talk. It's the general flow of the language. Nothing to do with the people behind it. We just speak more French to care. Never tell chat your vulnerabilities. Every now and again, I think I can trust you people. Every now and again, I'm led to believe that I can trust you people. And then shit like this happens. Yeah, no, that's my... You know what? That's on me. That is on me. My fault. I am sorry. Coincidence does not equal correlation in Stu Ori. We need more samples. I grew up with class food as a normal thing. You're Canadian. You're barely French. You still had to learn French. No, fair enough. I'm Canadian. Sometimes things are just in French. Yeah, like Misty. Like Misty, like Affet. I'm doxing you all. Oh, no, no, no. Anyway. Let that not be anything bad against individual people, okay? Hey, Link, good afternoon. All my flowcharts end up looking like Booba and I'm unapologetic about it. Listen, draw the things you like, right? Imagine putting her on the spot like that just because Canadians don't argue back. Have you ever talked to Misty? There, she's writing right now. Misty talks back a lot and her favorite language is violence. I have no idea what you're talking about. All right, everyone. Let me press this here button. Okay, that was the wrong button. There we go. God, I will learn my stream deck eventually. Here we are. So I have not played Kadomon in a good while. I have not played Kadomon in a good while. Let's do this. You can see we're on 1.0 down there. 1.0 is finally here. Let's do this. Play. This screen didn't exist. You start... Oh, okay, so we have 100 health. We start with the 3 standard starters and Viewfinder. At battle start, friendly Kadomon gain 30% attack if only 1 synergy is active. So you want to build mono teams. Zillion. 120 health. I don't know what any of this... I remember this whale. I don't know what it does. I remember the snake. I don't know what it does. I do not know this little tadpole guile. At battle start, friendly Kadomon gain 10% attack, 10% health per active synergy. So we want to build as many synergies as possible. We want to build one thing. 30% attack if only 1 synergy is active. That's gonna be really fucking hard to do, right? You maths in base 16. No. Where do we want to start, chat? Which one do we start with? Link says I did 1 run on Kadomon, 1 instantly when it came out and never touched it again. I think I won my 2nd run, yeah. I hope it's gotten a lot better. The 3 Kadomon they just showed were all in day 1. All of these were in day 1. Like, I know I've seen all of these. I just don't remember what any of them do. I remember the 3 starters. I really like Crab. Or the 3 original starters. All of these were in day 1. I know the game had a bunch of problems. Shall we talk about that real quick? Yeah, let's do sponsored stream where we talk about, like, the bad things first. Let's do that. So when Kadomon got into early access, when we did a couple of runs, right? One problem the game had was obviously it was cluttered as all hell. You could not get an accurate understanding of what was happening during a battle, and because it's an auto battler, that shit bad, right? That's bad. Secondly, you power spiked really early, and then kind of like carried through the rest of the run as if nothing would happen. That's something we're interested to see whether they fixed. Thirdly, there was just a shit ton of abilities that did not work at all. Not just didn't work as advertised, they didn't work whatsoever. I expect that to be fixed minimum. Minimum. And it's 1.0. Let's assume that they have fixed that, right? Like the monsters control track user Yar? Wait. Definitely the all synergies one, go ultra tanky and kill everyone with dots. I mean, interesting idea. I remember the evolution fusions were such a mess to figure out. The super evolutions with the items, right, Link? Yeah, those were an absolute mess to figure out. I don't know whether they changed that system at all. That's a very, very fair criticism. I have no idea. At the end of the day, that's a knowledge checkpoint kind of deal, right? I don't mind that. Just, like, finding these out over time. They had, like, some thematic consistency, but, I don't know. Fairly unfun and didn't work half the time. The evolutions I found worked always. You just had to figure out which item had to go on which mon. Like I said, knowledge checkpoint, right? Roguelikes. Whatever. Let's go play Control, right? Fuck it. Okay, let's go play Control. So we need as many synergies as possible. Oh, we're starting with one of them. Oh. We're starting with one of them. Okay. Let's see. We have Quagmire, Tadmire, 40 health, 3 attack, attacks every 20, green-blue. After battle, grant 2 random allies 2 experience. Oh, this one scales your party. This is the growth one. For the ultimate, so every Kadomon has health, has an attack stat, has a time it takes between their attacks. The lower, the faster they are. Think of this as their attack cooldown. And then they have a super. Eventually they build energy, and then they get to ultimate. Gain 2 poison, and then grant other allies 3 regen. So it murders itself, but heals everyone else. Okay. We have a Snows. I love that name. It's a snake rose. 15 health, so way less tanky. Double the damage, way faster. Having poison reduces attack by 2, so if we make enemies poisoned, this is something that is a defensive benefit. Turn the poison of one ally in the front into regen. If we got to combine those two together, this guy heals everyone, the snows heals this guy. I see, only that this triggers earlier. And then a Baleem. I love this little guy, look at how happy he looks. Same stat line as our first mon. When it gets hurt, gain 1 poison and 10 ult. The fuck? So it poisons itself very quickly. Therein, I just joined, but I love snows. I know nothing about it, but that little snoot. Right. So every time it gets hit, it gains poison and also gains ult. So every 3 attacks it eats, it does that. Grant 1 ally behind 3 speed. Then trigger my poison. Oh my god, it really nukes itself. Oh lord. It really nukes itself. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna take the scaler. I see like a lot of the data that we collected previously is still intact. If choosing guys, you can just squish them all. I present to you. This is peeling. It's a banana duck. And that's all I can say. Look at it. Behold. I love it. There's like the one thing that Kadomon nails above everything else is that a shit ton of the creature designs are adorable. That is one thing I can absolutely vouch for. Look at this guy is one of my favorites. Oracle. Look at it. It's so cute. So cute. Who else do we have here? Oh, we can check a couple. We can check a couple here. Oh, this guy! Scriptor! That unfilled spot, I would feel shame right now. I mean, you played the game once. What do you want? Let's see. Where are we going? I do want to avoid elites. I'll say that. I am going to absolutely avoid elites round 1. Especially because we seem to want to scale really hard. We can go through here. Let's go through here. So, our first team. We have a Tadmire. Round 2 random allies 2 experience. And we have a Gnock. So Gnocks are interesting. This creature has an ability, but fragile. If this ever dies, it's permadead. This is a placeholder mon that they just give you to have a chance to beat the first couple of encounters. This is a dude. It's a Newt. But I love him. We should be able to beat this relatively simply. He has barely any HP. Never mind, he's going to kill our Knock. I forgot that the dude attacks back row. We've lost the Knock. And I think we're about to lose this fight. I need one more attack. Ah! Knock only run when? No, that's not happening. We now have a dude. And we've given ourselves the experience. Woo! Save scum, nothing happened. But nothing happened, we won. So now we have a dude. On ally summon, deal 2 damage to the back enemy. And in general, this thing has sniper, attacks the back enemy. Ally summon deals 2 damage to the back enemy and deal 5 to the back enemy. So this guy is supposed to take out things in the back row. Let's keep going. We now also have Water Synergy. Battle start, grant all allies 1 splash. Splash means that on attack, we deal 1 bonus damage per stack to enemies. So think of splash as just more damage. We could lean into the entire splash idea and just build more of it. This over here has a chance to have an Oracle, which is a Kadomon that I would really like for this build. It makes splash happen, so we could lean into that idea. No Oracle whatsoever. Instead, we have a Tainee. If strength gets applied to it, apply 2 fragile to the front enemy and grant all other allies strength. and a grubber. If an enemy moves, grant the ally behind it 1 attack, and it starts moving our allies back and forth. There's our little water synergy. Hopefully we get to kill this really quickly. Both of them just attack front row, so we don't have to deal with it switching us around. But this Tadmire really doesn't want to be in the front, right? It wants something else in the front to heal. So we get to recruit one of them. I don't really care for most of them. And neither of them are going to give us an additional synergy. Let's go grab the Tainy. That strength at least matters. And we also get an item. We have training weights. Strength applied, gain 1 attack and 2 slow. That seems perfect for the Tainy. Fire Slime, deal damage to random enemy, gain +1 attack when you get moved. Let's go pick up training weights. That might honestly also be its evolution item. So every Kadomon evolves over time. But once they reach final evo, there is a like mega evolution they can get if they have the one item that corresponds to them equipped. So I don't know most of these combinations. We're gonna have to figure them out. A trail of food and items leads deep into this lonesome cave. Some of your party are tempted by the promise of sweet treats, while others seem nervous that this could be a trap. Oh, piece of candy! Oh, piece of candy! Gain 1 random item, lose 10. Gain 2 random items, but lose 30. Gain 3, but lose 30. Yeah, we're gonna take all of it. You grab as many of the items as you can carry to the fear of others in your party. So what items did we gain? We got a bouquet, gain XP, grant allies 1 strength for the next battle. That's hilarious, mostly because this thing gives us XP. Evil toy, after an enemy super, apply 2 stacks of a random negative status effect. And a spare shell, while shielded. While having shield, reduce damage taken by 25%. Can't do anything with those. That's okay. We're looking for what? There you are! There you are. There's also a Kreese here. I do like Kreese quite a lot. This is one of my favorite little Kadomon. And we have the item for the Kreese already. We already have the item for the Kreese. This one I like quite a lot. The Oracle would give us much more splash. This also gives us more splash by the sheer virtue of us having more water Kadomon. I want both of them, but I can't have both of them. Let's see what we pick up. The item release instantly. Fucking streamer, like, we're gonna get decimated here, by the way. This is going to utterly annihilate us. They are tanky, they have heals, they have shields. And we don't have the speed. We got that dude. That dude's gone. There's an AoE coming out. We have some regen. And our Tainy just died. That's the end of it. Step, you are the best duckling. Well done, well done. A lone dude. Can the lone dude do anything? It kills an Oracle. And it kills the peeling. However, we take 10 here. Let's go pick up the Kreese. This is our... Yeah, this is our tank, right? Let's go pick up the Kreese. Okay, that's actually kind of sick. That is kind of sick. Let's do this. Oh, no, wait. There we go. So we have our front line. We have someone to heal everyone else. We have someone to snipe the back row, and we have someone that buffs the entire party over time. We do want more typings, but we can get to those when we get to those. What do we have here? If Frail gets applied, 1 block. We could buy an additional Tadmire to level this Tadmire. That would not be all that bad. This is Loudner. Battle start, everyone else gains 3 more damage, which is kind of cool. A spear. I kind of want to keep our money, if I'm being entirely honest with you. Let's go keep our money. We could look for a wind Kado. We could look for a poison or grass. There is a Kadomon in there that I definitely run. You see the little cactus there? I would run that if we find it. In the middle of the XP circuit, it tells you what role the Kadomon is supposed to fill. Oh yeah, exactly. Defensive, defensive, offense, offense. A very brief descriptor. You're right. Let's go see whether we can find... We didn't find what I was looking for. We did find an expendable, though. We did find an expendable. And also Plasmula. This is a card I really, really like. Let's see whether we win this, and then we can figure out where we're going from here. That is a lot of frail applied. This thing, you saw that gigantic hit there? That's kind of sick. That was kind of really sick. We're taking a lot of damage here. We don't have a fast team whatsoever. But that's 2 of them down. There's all of the frail from us applying strength to everyone. Hella cool. So we can set up a pretty convincing front row nuke. Interesting. Imagine not liking the bird. Which bird? We got a field effect. Ooh. Turn all lightning types into toxic types, instantly gain 40, or turn all grass types into fire types. Grass gives us regen. I do want to keep grass. Lightning I don't much care about. We could turn all lightning types into toxic types. We could also just heal up 40. I think we're just healing up 40. I'm not really interested in lightning toxic whatsoever. Who are we picking? Skimu? Oh, the Scan Emu? I love this creature. If we were playing Poison, I would absolutely pick this up. So Skimu does the following. After an ally had Super, so you put it in the back row, apply 1 poison to a random enemy. And then as its Super, it triggers all poison 1 time, heals the ally ahead for 20% of the damage dealt. This thing is so cool, dude. It is very, very cool. I'm tempted to pick up the Expendable. So before attack, we deal damage equal to the number of units in the box to 1 random enemy. This means that we don't want to, just want to gather Kadomon, we don't want to set them free. If you set them free, you gain an XP candy. We don't want to do that. The problem is that one of the ways we scale right now is we have a creature that randomly gives someone health experience, so the more we have in the back row, the more they soak that, and we don't want to do that. Nice beak animal, hell yeah. Deal damage 1 time the total Kadomon in the box to all enemies. This is a lot of AoE, not gonna lie. And it goes fast. 13 delay with 6 attack. We replace Dude. I don't think we're replacing the Dude. I think what we're replacing is most likely the Taney because of synergy stuff. That gives us to 4 water. But it doesn't do anything else for us, right? Where is that screen? How do I go back to that screen? How do I go back to that screen? Would Teddy's thing work? No passive supply while Akado's in the box. How do I get back to the fucking screen I was on? There we go. Took a while. I think we're gonna pick up the Expendable. Oh no, these are for different speeds. So we hand out a shit ton of bonus strength. That means the Taney's passive, strength applied to fragile to the front enemy, that's gonna trigger at the start of combat immediately. That's kind of cracked. That is a lot of damage we get out of nowhere. However, we can also get rid of the Dude. You know what? Yeah, we could do that. This keeps us where we are. Oh, there's now an unequip button. This wasn't a thing before. Previously, you would have to find another item to equip on a Kadomon in order to like get an item off of them. We don't have to do that anymore. That's lovely. Beautiful. Here we are, cool. So we reached a campfire. We can now either give someone 30 experience, or we can give someone the grass type. We desperately want more types on our party, so we make the Kreese a tri-type. And now we have grass synergy. At the start, grant all allies 2 regen. That's only 2 healing. That's not too much. However, we can make this a lot, eventually. We want to hit a couple more of these campsites. Let's go over here. I would have loved to see another Kreese here just to get it for experience. No such luck. But we now have additional health because we have another synergy. What are you? A coldent. It's a cold rodent. Oh my... What's a snowball? Oh my... Look at it. Okay, that's adorable. That's adorable. Sure, let's go fire this up. Let's go fire this up. I think we have a pretty good chance of just winning this. We would... Oh, that is... None of that fragile matters. That was always going to die in one hit. And now they're going to start summoning. Look at the snowball stacking up on the side here. That's what's coming in reserve. And that's all we're targeting. We really need to trigger the AoE on the expendable again. You can see our ultimate is stacking up there. That is only 1 damage. Never mind. We do have one of their backlines down now. But unfortunately, we lost our ability to really interact with this. So all we're doing is we're hitting, like, their stupid summons over and over. Oh, God. We're stuck on summons. We're so stuck on summons. Oh, stop it! It's slowly but surely, like, it's going down slowly but surely, but it's summoning so quickly. Now it's gone. Wow, that was annoying. Holy crap. How did it do that? When hurt, oh my god, when it's hurt, it summons a level 1 snowball. Oh no, never mind. That's insane. So because we did a lot of small chip damage, we just ended summoning more and more and more of them over and over. Ugh. Fucking yikes. I don't think we need any of these. Before battle, randomly swap and all allies... swap all allies and gain 2 money. That's kind of cool. Deal damage to the poison. I don't think we're playing poison. Ally faint. Wait, so if a snowball dies, this triggers? Let's go pick up a coldent. This is just to punch the box higher for the expendable. The longer I think about this, the less the expendable is a good idea. I think so, Misty. I don't think this expendable does anything for us. Our strength buff we're getting from... Oh no, that's all allies. That's all allies. Do we have anything in store that we want to mess with? Frostmole. Popeyes. A careful. You get it? I don't think there's anything in here that we want to mess with right now. I do believe, like, at least 2 members of my party are locked in right now. I think at least 2 are locked in. Yes, Ori, absolutely. Absolutely. Correct assessment. There's a Kreese. Wonderful. So at the end of this, we're going to pick up another Kreese for more XP. Hey! There's the level up of the peeling. A Bannock. A banana duck. Love this thing. It's so stupid. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. We're definitely picking up the Kreese. But we're keeping the expendable in the background, in the background, in case of wanting to swap in and out. We really need to get their dude out. They're triggering a lot of effects here. Their dude is gone, so we don't have to worry about our back row getting snapped anymore. Instead, look at the back row snipes. Can I remind you of Cobble Critters? Dude, Cobble Critters was so fucking fun. Oh, I had so much fun playing Cobble Critters. So we're going to pick up this crease. This gives us bonus XP for our existing crease, and it skipped the evolution animation. It's evolving in the background, so there is still a bunch of sequencing stuff that does not work. There it is. Ablization. Grant all allies 4. Grant the front ally 8 on ultimate, and while shielded, take less damage. There is still like a bunch of UI stuff that doesn't work. After super trigger a random enemy's attack, I don't want that. Thank you. And I want to unequip this. And we're just going to hand that over here. And I forgot to equip this bouquet. This should have been on the entire time, unfortunately. Oops. Give me a good type, please. Ice typing. I don't think... Oh, we could use ice typing. So apply 3/6/12 slow to all enemies when an ally faints. Huh. I think we can take this right now. It's either we give this to the Taney, who's kind of there to be swapped out. I want to give this water typing, if I'm being entirely honest with you. Or we could give this to the dude. It would give us a third typing being online, right? Because the Blization is ice already. We don't have summons, though, so I don't think ice matters. Let's not take the ice. Instead, I would like to give the Tadmire 30 experience. That's going to make it level. Oh. A bit. Okay, that's adorable. That is... I love it. What do you do? Let's figure out what you do real quick. So after battle, grant 3 random allies 3 experience. That's a lot more XP. Gain 4 and grant others 6. Okay. Okay. Don't think there's anything here I want to mess with. Let's go take an event. While walking through a small town, you decide to take a shortcut, venturing into a side alley. You feel a presence blocking your escape and are suddenly approached by 2 intimidating Kadomon. They don't seem like they'll stand aside without some kind of incentive. We could gain a random item but lose 5. We could just bribe them. We gain an expendable but we lose 7. That would level our expendable. Or we could get punched. We are getting mugged. We're absolutely getting mugged. I don't think I'm taking the expendable. Not for 7. Let's go buy a random item off of them. You decide it is best to ask for something in return for the payment of this fee. They give you a beat-up box in return for the payment. And we have gained a ladder. Before attack, trigger the attack of the allies. What? There's no way. Oh. Oh no. So every time this dude now attacks, it's gonna trigger these 2 idiots. And even though the Taney will give itself a lot of slow... Oh god. Basically, both of these are now hitched to the attack speed of the dude. And this attacks every 12. Oh no. Oh fucking no. Okay. Yeah. Give me water. Ice again. Are we war criming? We're trying to. We're trying to. Let's make this dude a bit more sturdy, shall we? Oh. An Aquana. Aquana is the German name for Vaporeon. Did you know that? Has nothing to do with this Kadomon, obviously, but... This is only the first. Trigger the attack of the allies behind. So, Aquana, still a sniper. Has 3 more health, 2 more damage, same speed. Allies, summon, this is never going to trigger. Deal 10 to the back enemy. This is a lot more now. Should be a much more reliable sniper. You can talk about Aquana and its compatibility with humans. Before that copy pasta, that used to be my favorite Pokemon. Did you know that? What the fuck are you? Enemy feint, summon a Sinistar. Ally feint, split all fragile evenly across all Kadomon. Double all fragile. Oh, I've never seen this. Sinistar, Sinistar. These are entirely new to me. Let's do this. We apply a lot of fragile, unfortunately. I'm hoping we can get this off immediately so it doesn't get to benefit from that. We do, and now we have to 17 damage. Now we have to hard tank. It doesn't have an AoE, right? No, it does not. It has to attack our front line only. And our front line is taking 13 from it. It's taking 15, 17. There's more fragile. No, we're winning this. We're winning this. There's a weird-looking Vaporeon outside. Same, Link. We can both be sad together. For our field effect, a 25% chance to not consume items. After Super, grant an ally 2 max HP, fuck yes. Or turn all air types into earth types. I'm definitely taking the healing. A Chariot. When an ally gets hurt, deal 2 damage to the front enemy. That's funny. Anyone moves, gain 2 shield. An ally summoned, gain 5 power up. We're gonna take experience instead. The experience means that we can level this Tawny. I really want to give this water typing. Welcome to Act 2, the Sinnoh Are you sure about that one? Are you sure? Jolteon's a good one, Aura. Are you sure you want to call it the Sinnoh region? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. Let's go restock, see what we can find. A level up for our Coldant, which we don't much care for. It's just there as a placeholder. I would like to point out that this is a Scoopsy. A dropped ice cream cone. And that's amazing. Faint or release, summon a copy of this Kadomon at level 0. Which, that's just cool. That's just fucking cool. We could put this in the front row and just let it die to like make copies of itself. This one's a big favorite of mine. A Turtort. On Faint, summon a sheltered ally. When it comes in, it eats the ally ahead of it and then puts a copy inside. Basically, like, the ally, like, shelters inside of it. And then when it dies, that ally comes out. The problem with that is, obviously, that you're now one less Kadomon, right? But it does use the ally's ultimate. So if you level the Turtot and the ally's ultimate is much more expensive than that, you can fire ultimates for relatively cheap. Love that little guy. What else do we have here? After ally supers, apply 1 freezing to the fastest. Grant an ally 2 damage, then consume. So this is only once. We do want to buy this. On attack, deal 1 damage to the ally behind. Thorns won't get removed. I'm picking this up for mysterious reasons later. And then we're going to put this on this Tawny. Alright. So I have a very specific Kadomon I'm looking for. There's a very specific Kadomon I'm going to be looking for. And I'm hoping that it spawns right here. Oh, would you look at that? As using Summon Deck, since now we got an empty spot. Absolutely correct, Ori. Absolutely correct. There's the evolution of the Snows, a Snymia. Look at it. I still think that's adorable. And they also have 2 of the starters. But most importantly, they have my favorite Kadomon of all time on their team. And I'll let you guess which one that is. Until we win this, because then I'm going to be picking it up and we're going to run that. I don't know how we're going to run that yet. Not entirely sure. The small red one? The koala drop bear? No. No. And it's also definitely not the monkey. We're winning really hard, dude. They have swapped us around, unfortunately. But that was a hard victory. Like, it's the worm. It is the worm. Look at it. It's a rock worm. So, I love this little guy for a very, very specific reason. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. This thing does the following. When hurt, gain 50% of your thorns as shield. And as an ultimate, it gives itself thorns. Thorns is just thorns. It's just, you know, you play defensive. However, Broken Rock says your thorns don't get removed anymore. So now every time someone hits this little guy, they just take damage. You also got his Evo item. Yeah, that's why I bought it. I bought the rock for nefarious reasons. And then I was looking for a rock worm specifically. We got it. So how do we get the rock worm into this party? The easiest way is this. Right? This is the easiest way to do it. It messes with the items a bit. We can't ladder anymore. We lose a bunch of damage. By any chance, is it Evo? Yup. Yup, it is. Let's leave it like that. We can see how this goes on the next fight. Ooh, there's a stagnant. That one I like as well. This is a core glue, and I'm not taking any more questions about it. The designs in this are a huge plus, seriously. We lost our water synergy, obviously. But we didn't really gain anything for it. Are we infiniting? I think we're in... We're not no, we're not infinite, but this thing takes 100 more damage and this does 50 more damage. We have a problem. There it goes. I have no idea why that repeated that hard. I have no clue why. But I hope we're stable again. It's also something that annoys me greatly that enemies get like back row units and we do not. I know it's there for balance reasons. It's still obnoxious. And as a quick reminder, we are giving away a copy of Kadomon today. If you want to play this, we have a Steam key given to us by Fireshine. So you can go into the channel point redeems, and there's like a 10-pointer. You should have those points no matter whether you just joined us or whether you've been here for a while. You can redeem those 10 points, and then once we're done playing Kadomon today, I'm going to draw the winner. I'll send you a Twitch message with the key once that's done. Yeah, that's it. No waiting, no requirements. Like, subs don't get more than non-subs. You don't even need to follow, for Christ's sake. Although that's probably the easiest way to get points real quick. We are going to be giving away that key once we're done. Well then, the trainee had 500 attack. Yep. Now we have a Takedo. God damn it. Do we need anything here? Radioactive Gem before battle, gain 3 but lose 10. We're full health. We could do that. If Trail gets applied, gain 1 strength. Huh. That's where this thing came from. Because we're applying a shit ton of Frail right now. This kills people. Let's go pick this up. Let's go pick this up for the item. We'll unequip this. I don't think we have much room to equip it. We could take the bouquet away. But the bouquet is what kind of triggers the entire cycle right now. We could drop the training weights for now. We don't really need them. We'll need them later. I believe that's its Evo item. I'm not quite sure. Snows would have the combination item? Combination item? Link? What do you mean? We're gonna pick the campsite here. There's a farm up ahead. Upon reaching it, you notice that it's owned by a beet brood family. While looking around the farm at the bountiful harvest, you notice a bull baby following you. They seem to really like your party and look like they would like to join the group. Join us. You return to the main beet brood and explain the situation. Apparently, this bull baby dreams of going on an adventure. They decide to let them join your party. Bottle plus Fireball and using the top right on a combine. Oh, I never learned those. Like, the item combination recipes, I've never learned. Earth type. We're definitely giving this Earth typing. Absolutely. Front ally gains 2 thorns every time someone supers and 1 defense. We want Earth typing. This is the other typing we're really into. We're really, really into this one. We'll try to stack this. The Taney still has an additional slot open for another typing. Everyone can be a tri-type in this. There could be a water type here. There could be a water type there. We don't need to go water typing, but we can. Yep. Anything else? Oh, let me take this item off real quick so that I have a better overview of which items I have. Keep going. Here. Where'd the chicken go? We got this. This is a bull baby. When it gains XP, gain 3 random allies, 3 region for the next battle. We're going to try to just feed this experience from our Shribbit. This is a beat 'em up. That's it. Let's go get our buffs. Oh my lord. Oh no. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No! Oh, the poor worm has not been able to do anything today. This just does 100. This just does so much damage right now. Why does this do this much? Because we had a shit ton of fragile on us, right? That has to be the reason. Okay, stop, pause. I do not know why this Takedo does 150 damage. There's no fragile on us. It doesn't have strength. Like, none of that is true. I do not know why this does that much damage. That is... Does anyone know why that's happening? The item it holds? The item it holds says... Before battle, gain 3 gold, but lose 10 health. So no, that does nothing. There is no status on it. There's nothing on it that would imply that. It just does that damage. Well, now it doesn't anymore. Okay, thanks for swapping me, and die. At the same time, my Takedo also doesn't... That's the problem. I see what's happening. No, I see what's happening here. We're going to take this Taney for bonus experience 100% of the time. So, when it gains this buff, this strength buff, that goes directly into its attack, but it doesn't say that it goes into its attack. That's really bad UI. That is awful UI. Not a fan. We'll see this here again. Let's have a look at our Takedo as this happens. You can see here, here's our strength buff. Our blue attack damage doesn't change there. Neither should it. Right? They have a shit ton of fragile, so they take 150 bonus damage, but only they should. All the other buffs are going off. So now let's see this Takedo does a lot of damage. That's we expect that to happen. No one else has fragile, and most importantly, our Takedo over here doesn't have the strength buff anymore. That's not on anymore, right? So now this should just be doing 9 damage plus minus a couple points of damage for like strengths and resistances. It should not do more than that ever. At least according to the current board state. Let's see what happens. It hit this for 211. So the UI is still fucked. This was a huge problem that Kadomon had during early access. And it is still a huge problem now, and that's kind of bad. Not just kind of bad. There's problems that arise with this, right? As an auto battler, the only thing that you as a player really get to have input on during a combat is to build the team correctly beforehand. So the way to do that is, while observing combat, you make adjustments. You mix things around, set things up correctly, try to find combo lines that get you through. Eventually, through learning combo lines, you can then build a variety of teams that help you combat different situations. If the UI does not show you what's happening accurately, you cannot make these inferences at all, right? And that means, ultimately, that your team building is going to be weaker because there's nothing you can learn from. The last thing you want to happen in an auto battler is that things just happen, because that removes the player input, really, right? Like, the only player input is to strategize, to team build. If we can't do that anymore, then we just throw shit at the wall and hope something sticks RNG-wise. That's bad. You have to have a UI that communicates clearly what's going on, because that's the only thing that's left. Can't be intentional in any reasonable environment to maintain the buff. Losing it like the UI implies makes more sense, or you're just going to one-shot bosses. Correct. At the same time, here is a problem with that. Let me pick an item real quick. Before attack, apply Fragile to the front enemy. Adorable, by the way. And we're going to take the Crease for more bonus XP. So here's the problem, right? If I look at Regen, for example. Regen. On attack, gain 1 health per stack, then remove half of the total stacks, right? This tells you how the buff is going to deprecate over time. This doesn't do that. On attack, deal 1 bonus damage per level of strength, obviously. This does not imply that strength eventually drops off. Nowhere does it do that. Frail, for example, says, on hit, take bonus damage, then remove all stacks. You could have so far argued, hey, stacks always drop off fully unless it says half, but this here clearly states the precedence that Frail says specifically that it drops all of it. This doesn't say that it drops any of it, ever. That is really bloody messy design. I will forever be... Yeah, messy is the right word, Link, absolutely. I will forever be a big advocate for problem-solving card text, right? Use the same phrasing across all of your effects. If a stack is supposed to fall off entirely, either never mention that, and that's just now the baseline, a stack once used always falls off, or mention it every time you have a stack, always. If a stack depreciates by half, mention that always. Use the same phrasing across the board that makes it clear. And they're doing this, right? On attack, strength applied, like all of these yellow ones, all of these conditions, that's problem-solving card text. The issue is that when you use problem-solving monster text, or whatever you want to call it, then you have to do it always. You can't just have some things be fixed and then others be variables. That creates more confusions as you solve. Early access is the perfect time to sort shit like this out. And I remember the last time that we played, this was something that we commented on quite heavily. Hey, here is this thing. Here's this thing in early access that needs to be sorted out, right? The fact that this isn't solved is a huge problem. Wizards of the Coast of Konami can't keep their phrasing the same across the board. How could Kadomon manage to do it? That's the thing, Affit. Wizards of the Coast is relatively good, and I don't like Wizards at all, by the way. Wizards of the Coast is very, very good at doing that. That's what keywords are. And Konami, Yu-Gi-Oh!, is exceptional at that. Konami at one point, this is where I get the phrase from, by the way, at one point in Yu-Gi-Oh!'s lifespan, implemented problem-solving card text. And since then, they didn't go back and fix old cards. But since then, phrasings on cards and different symbols used on cards are universal. There's a difference between a semicolon and a colon on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Card, but no matter where you are, they always mean the same thing. Indicating a cost, indicating an effect, something like that. That is problem-solving card text. Both of the companies you list are, ironically, really good at this. Really good at this. Magic is a bit more freeform, because Magic will occasionally just, like, phrase an effect that's so off the rockers that you don't know what they're talking about. But across the board, 99% of the time, they will do this. They will do this correctly. Backseat moment. Do we reapply ladder on a mon so we dual wield our Taikido's absurd one-shotting capabilities? That would be an idea, but I do want to keep the broken rock because that's the Evo item. I do want to keep the spare shell, that's the Evo item. The Taikido itself can't use it, obviously, and the Shribbit is too slow. All of our attackers are really slow, so I don't think we're doing that, Ori. It outdamages the Hypermon easily at this stage, and somehow there was still no proper QA done. It's like none of the criticism was listed to and implemented before launching 1.0. I don't want to jump to that too quickly, Link. I see where you're coming from. I want to get like a couple more fights in before I come to that conclusion, or don't. But this is obviously fucking broken. And we found a bunch of broken interactions like that in early access. Yeah. I'm surprised. This is something I'm very surprised is still busted like that. It's obviously going through one loop of this for every application of our bouquet. That's what's happening here. It doesn't go infinite, it's just once per bouquet trigger, it does this now. Which ends up being a lot. Go to 10. Yeah, so this thing is an auto win right now. An absolute auto win. All we need to do is sort of protect it, kind of. This is our healing battery for it. We have a double front line to keep it safe. Hell, we can even give it armor. And that's all we're doing. That's all we're going to be doing here. That's the entire team build now. I suppose. Let's go take up another crease. I want the bonus XP. So that triggers 8 times now. We get 8 cycles of this going off. One thing that I don't like, by the way, is how little the shop cycles. I do not enjoy how little this cycles. I wish this would happen quicker, because I already know I don't want anything here, right? Like, I already know that. So this shop is entirely dead to me until I find an event. We're going to take on this mini-boss. Let's be cocky about this shit. Hey, Leute, how you doing? Oh, there's another Wormint. So we get bonus XP for our little Wormy. This one, I really adore. Got the pot. I love this little creature. Look at it. Just look at it. I have no context on this game, but I just saw a little goober called Popeyes and she looks pathetic. I love her. You should see its evolution. Its evolution is called a Corglue. It's an igloo corgi. Actually, I can show you. I can show you. I don't know where it is. I think it's somewhere in the end. Can we find the little friend? Can we find the little friend? Where art thou? Trying not to scroll past it. There it is! So, here's a Popeyes. This is a Corglue. And then it evolves into a Howler. But these are the alt arts now. Aren't these the shiny arts? How do I change to, like, normal art? Wait, these are lightning? Since when are these lightning based? Now I'm confused. Oh, there's one where we found the Hyper Evo item. You can see like 1, 2, 3, then with the item it evolves there. I don't have most of these unlocked. Obviously. We didn't play enough to like do that. We've seen a lot of the Kadomon. But I do like that it records this properly now. Let's go back into... It's supposed to be only ice. Yeah, I have no idea what's happening with that. Actually, hold up. Let's look at this again. Why is it double type? Why is it double type there? That part I don't quite understand. Where was it? There. Why is it Frost and Lightning? I have no idea, Seth. No clue. No, I don't... Not a field effect? I could not possibly tell you why. Jamper? That's a cool Pokemon. Your items do anything? No. I mean, that's the quote-unquote Pokedex, right? Like, it shouldn't apply to anything in there. The only items we have is plus 10% HP per active synergy. We had to heal once, and after Super Ground and Ally 2 max HP. That's all we have. Who knows how blizzards are related to lightning storms? Something Blizzard Entertainment. Our little worm is still so frail. Actually, and then it gained frail. Never mind. Hey, Baxius. Hope you're doing well. Oop. Yeah, the Taikito will just kind of win the run for us. That's just happening now. Our worm, it worms. Oh, the belief also evolves. Guess what reference this is, by the way? Oh, the bull baby evolves. Into another bull baby. Translates to cards. Oh, it's monster cardo. Okay, gotcha. There's our Wormant. We're gonna pick up another Wormant for the bonus experience. And then we're gonna sell this because we don't need it anymore. I wish we could get more restocks, but let's go fight a mini-boss, shall we? A Farmok. On attack, trigger other allies' attacks. So this one's gonna swarm us and summon a Sapok. Turn all grass types into fire types. If the ally head gets hurt, gain 2 strength. We're about to stack 1 billion fragile on this thing and then watch it burn. Does our baby multiply? That's what it does. So bull babies make more of themselves and then you can sell them. Hey, Taco! Hello, Taco. Good morning. Hope you're doing well. So the Farmok already has 120 fragile, 132 fragile, 144 fragile, 150 fragile. There seems to be a cap of 150 fragile. Whoever hits this first wins. But we need to get through the front first. It got faster. Oh, can we even get through this? Oh, this might be a problem. Oh, this might be a huge problem. Oh, no, chat. This is going to be a struggle. We might not be able to get through this. And our worm's about to die. We're not fast enough to get through it. No, that would be tragedy. Our Taikito is hyper slow right now. Oh, no, they're just very fast. We're losing to this. We are absolutely losing to this right now. Papa Bongi? Yeah, no, we can't do anything to it. No, there we go. And all because we just got walled out. If we had put the dude in the background, the Iguana, or Sniper, that dealt 40. That dealt 40. Rough. This Iguana could have just solved that fight. We should have just put that in there. Let's go restock the shop. Is there anything in there we care about? Flame belt. I don't think there is. Size munch. No, nothing. Campsite. Water. That's air. We can't do anything with air, so we shan't. Boom. Position. And there's our Cravalier. Wonderful. And there's another mini-boss. Okay, we've learned. We've learned our lesson, right? We've learned our lesson, chat. Let's do this. So the Iguana should just one-shot this. Should. Have we? I don't know. I am pretty resistant. Okay, Iguana. Get him. Nice. There it is. It's so weird calling something an Aquana that isn't a Vaporeon. It's so weird. And our Cravalier now gets into its Mega. Boom! Hyper, sorry. Into its Hyper evolution because it had the right item equipped. Field effects. Ally Feints gain 2 health. Gain 2 money after every battle, lose 10 when you spend money, or when an ally shields, grant an ally 1 spike. I don't know whether that's busted, but that's fucking broken. That is absolutely broken. Let's go pick up this Fire Slime. And then, here we go. Put that back in. Unfortunately, we're not getting the power buffs right now because this was benched by the time that it happened. Let's go restock. Is there anything here we care about? I don't think so. Do we know what the Evo item for the Shribbit is? Do we know that? Do I even know where a Shribbit appears in here? There is a Shribbit, and we know it evolves into a Frog, but I do not know what its evolution item is. I have no idea. What does Mr. Hyper do? Let me show you. So, at battle start, all allies gain 16 shield. The Fire Band plus the weight creates the Evo item. Which Evo item? For which creature, Link? So we gain 16 shields on all allies. And the front ally gains 30 shields every time we energy. However, if an ally gains shield, they also gain thorns now. The hyper one for the Thassaga. You need both? I thought you only needed the band. Okay, that makes sense. So this plus the weight. Gotcha. And what my wife is yelling. I appreciate it. Thank you. We also have unhurt gain. We'll not do that. This is fine. Let's take this in. You are so cool. What the fuck? I've never seen you. When an enemy heals, deal 1 confusion to all enemies. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Enemy hurt, heal all allies by 2. Enemy heal, take 5 damage when an enemy gains. Oh no. Deal 3 to all. Oh no. So we can't have the Shribbit in? Is that what you're saying? I think that's what it's saying. We'll do it anyway. I don't think it matters, by the way. Genuinely energy one. I've never come across this in EA. I've not run into this in EA. But if you have any form of feeling this thing just kind of nukes you, it should be okay, right? After this Takedo is done applying its stupid stacks all the time. We might have gone infinite, actually. We might have gone infinite. It might only stop at 150. Maybe we have gone infinite. Never mind. Well. We see the fit. You can stop aura farming. You may stop now. 5 max health is cool. Enemy Dizzy triggered, gain 10 thorns. We don't really apply Dizzy. Gain 50% of the front unit's attack as attack. Let's go just grab 5 extra. Oh, extra health is fine. And then we have better start, all allies gain 3 shields. Ha 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 ha. Or we can just be really tanky. This should trigger sharp spikes, right? Yeah, let's go trigger that. And also our little worm gains 5 max HP. Let's go restock the shop. Almost there. We don't really need experience on the Cravalier anymore. It's done. I mean, we could spend 8. What the fuck are we doing, right? Oh, that didn't actually move the... This bar says it's almost done leveling. This bar also now says it's almost done leveling. It just doesn't update in real time. I guess. Let's see where we're going next. I do want to take as many elites as we can. Simply because we can. So we're just routing through here. There's also 2 more chances for water typing. I still want to grab water typing. More earth typing, I also wouldn't mind. I think we've pretty much settled on, like, my team now. I think we're pretty settled in there. We just have to sit through this every time. Are these hotkeyed? Oh, no. Now it was too late. Boop. 210. There's our Thorns gain, slowly but surely. I love this little guy, by the way. Look at this boopable snoot. So we do have problems with, like, a lot of AoE, right? Like, we can't deal with summons. That's, like, a big issue. We really only kill 1 at a time. Speaking of summons. Here they are. Eventually, we have enough thorns that the summons hit themselves on us. And the back row breaks themselves. Like, we're on 24 thorns now. And because of the broken rock, the thorns never go away. Never mind, we don't have a problem with AoE. We just have to indirectly AoE. The Taekwondo levels. And is now a Taekwondo. Great. I don't think we're grabbing anything. Give me some XP here. I know we're spreading XP on there that we don't need to do, but that's okay. So now, strength applied, apply 4 fragile, grant all others 3 strength. There's a splish splash black. Was the umbrella, was that the Aquana item? I think that was the Aquana item. Hold up. Let me find that out real quick. We don't know is the answer. We don't know. But it might have been. Fuck it, let's give that to the little bugger, why not? We're chill on basically everything else, right? Final form? No, that is its final form. Anything other would its mega would be its hyper evolution, and then it's just called Hyper Taekwondo. It is the Evo. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Let's go. I want to sell everyone off. Like, we're never switching into the Platypunk again. We're just not doing that. We're gonna keep the Aquana because it does matter. But here's our little Wormint. Now we have a Wormmonger. And if I give this 1 more... Technically, we couldn't just wait until next combat for that. There's a Hyper Wormmonger. I don't like that it kind of gains legs, not gonna lie. That's the big thing I don't like about this creature. But other than that, this is a wonderful Kano. A wonderful one. Right, let's continue. We've just made the final boss harder. You'll see why once we get there. Oh, there is an evolved Aquana with the umbrella equipped. Wonderful. Thorns, thorns, thorns. So it only ever applies 1 thorns per stack. It doesn't mean how big, like, it doesn't matter how big the stacks are. Like, what do item is training weight? Yeah. Link says it's training weight plus something else, though. We can try something after this fight, Missy. We can try something. So now we have someone to one-shot and someone to, like, tank all of the damage. Look at the Warmonger in front and how little of a shit it gives. It is so resilient. The evolution of the pun. They don't evolve. Like, they just get the hyper word in front of it, Misty. There is no more pun there. It's just hyper and then its last name. Off Prail max deck increased to 200. It just played the... Why did it play the dude Evo animation? Oh my god, the evolution animations are also still fucked? You gotta be kidding me. This is something that was completely borked in early access. So we had an Aquana the entire time, and now it played the dude level up animation into Aquana? Let's try something. We're gonna buy this little guy. We're gonna set him free. We're gonna put this on here. Link, the combined item isn't the Evo item. There's a Hyper Taekwondo. I can't believe Link's wife would lie to me. Can't believe it. Can't believe it. Now it's 5 and 4. Also more stats. I do want to just go back to the Ice Club though, because like that's just stupid. It gains strength when Frail is applied, and its ability applies Frail when strength is applied. Yeah. Recursion. That's what's for dinner today. One of the party has found some flyers for a free training session hosted by an expert fighter. When you enter the gym, the Kadomon hosting welcomes you with open arms. They adjusted to the ring, having laid out 3 different training regimens for you to follow. Gain a training weight, gain a heavyweight belt, or gain a folding chair. Give me the belt. You're told if any of your party can land a single blow on the Kadomon, he will give you one of his prized possessions. Because of the sheer size of your party, by the time it was the last Kadomon's turn to challenge them, the other Kadomon was quite tired, and you managed to land a single blow to them. Aha! Numbers, nerd. On any gained attack, gain 1 speed. Oh lord. Oh no. We're not going to do anything with that. There's nothing to do. But let's go back to map. And we're going to route through the mini-boss there. So, what we're currently experiencing is kind of an issue that Kadomon had during early access as well. And I didn't expect them to be able to fix it, not gonna lie. I was hoping they would, but I didn't expect it. And that is that your team spikes really early. You might have noticed that we haven't really done anything with our team for a while. We haven't adjusted positions to adapt to any enemies. We haven't changed any Kadomon around since chapter 2. And that's something that a lot of auto battlers do make you do, right? They do require you to switch your team positioning around in order to, like, target what the enemy's doing better. And I'm sure that even here, there are team positions that would be better for us to take than the one we're taking. Why is this one flying? However, because of the battle being this clustery, it's almost impossible to ascertain that. It's almost impossible to realize, hey, this would be a better team positioning for this specific encounter, because everything's everywhere all of the time. We now see its evolution in the background, only we do not see its evolution in the background, because that is still broken. Chat, I'm disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, I'm disappointed. Pink G says, the game has much potential. It's a bit of a shame Dev wrote on Discord they have dead code from 3+ years, and still they reached the limit. It is a shame. It is clear that... You know what? No. Let's do this later. Let's do this after we finish this run. Let's finish this run, see how this all pans out, and then let's do like a talk about that now. Pink, you have a very good point there. A very good point. I'm only going to ignore it for pacing reasons, not because I think you're wrong. I hope that's acceptable. Let's go give our little Shribbit some. And then let's punch this guy. There was one time for a mini-boss, exactly. A Handora! Okay, now we're handing out hand jobs. Enemy moved, we're not doing that. Apply 2 shocked to all enemies. Then switch a random enemy to a random position. Ah! Use their ultimate 3 times. Excuse me? What do you mean use their ultimate 3 times? And that costs you 6? What? Okay. Good job, I don't have to actually deal with its mechanics. And that's how arrows are going hyper. I've not seen this one yet. it's just an umbrella. Our Shribbit's evolving. We know this is a Froak. Look upon it. Fear it, fear it. A field effect. Got all dusk types into physical and all physic into dusk. After super, deal 1 damage to all units. I'm fine. I'm okay. We already have a spare shell. Hurt. No, we don't care about any of this. Give me my experience. And we just wasted 1 blip of experience, I believe. I'm seeing that Kadomon can now go above level 3, which didn't used to be the case. At least I'm damn sure it didn't used to be the case. 69 HP, 5 damage, speed 20. 82 HP, 6 damage, speed 20. Okay. So, we still gain stats from leveling now. We're no longer end scaling immediately. That is a lot of luchadors that I'm not going to be using. Look at this little friend. A crab bottle. Adorable. Let's keep going. We're just gonna go, keeps going straight down. It's gonna bite us in the ass. Oh no. Oh no. I love this guy. By the way, this is my inner goth speaking. This is just... Kadomon has insanely good designs for so many of its creatures. So many, right? So what does Frog want? I have no idea, Graham. I have 0 idea what the frog would like. I would love to know myself. So no matter what the rest of my team is, we know that Taikido plus Ice Club is an instant win, right? We know that's an instant victory for the run. That's a bit of a shame. A seedling? Is that an item, Missy? Is that the item we need? Okay, gotcha. They're on like self-hurt. I think they're on like self-hurt. That's what the Spectronal does, right? On ally faint against buffs. Or it applies debuffs, one of the things. It's another like summon team. As long as you don't get walled by spawns. Even if we get walled by spawns, we now have a convincing out to that. The convincing out to getting walled by spawns is that our Warmonger over here stacks infinite amounts of thorns. And eventually those spawns have to attack. I don't think spawns have the ability to attack anything but the front, which means they will just fall on this. As other things, as other creatures start like building up, they will also hit the Warmonger and that knocks them out. So this is our out to anything that isn't back attack. And even if that's back attack, once everyone else is dead, they still have to die to this. Fireball plus dung equals seedling. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know any of the item combinations. But we do have a fire slime, if that's what fireball is. Don't need this. We don't need this. Don't need this anymore. Ball cloud. Physical. Apply fragile to the... Uh-oh. 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 Let's go through some events. You see a yellow blur swiftly buzzing about in the distance. On close inspection, a lone beating is training in the woods. You can see a hive a short distance away from where the beating is training. An ally gains the physical trait. You hide in the nearby bush and watch the beatings train for hours. After you finish watching, you feel like you have a good understanding of their fighting style. The beatings will continue until morale improves. You really need more fragile? No, I don't! That's the fun part! Yeah, Graham, that's a good point. So this just happens, right? Frail applied. It's not that this needs to apply Frail. Anything applying Frail starts this loop. So every time they hurt my front line, we restart that loop? No. Okay, good. Whew. Ally hurt, yeah. Every time they hurt anything, this happens. Oh, 337. It is still, like, we don't have a team where a lot of things happen, and I have a good understanding of what my team does right now. But please give me your opinion on this, chat. Do you think this is... Can you parse what's going on? Can you understand what's happening on screen? Because, like, I know what's happening here, and I know most Kadomon on the other side, and I have immense trouble parsing what's going on. I have immense issues, like, figuring out, oh, this skill triggered, this happened, this happened. Not to lie to you, right now, I'm just kind of accepting that things happen according to a very rough game plan that I might understand, maybe. It's less a stack of 150 fragile and more the max stack of 52 strength. Do you think that's what it is, brethren? Maybe. It's a clarity mess. Yeah, I think so too, Link. It's like an initiative-based strategy game that's running on auto. And the auto is running at 2x speed and not ever slowing down. Well, yeah. But we're running on slow. There is double speed. Yeah, basically. You go to the lemur of mass destruction. Hey, look, we finally found water. Fun fact, we don't need the water anymore. But we'll take it anyway. I've never seen the game before, only watched the last 20 minutes. And yes, I can sort of parse it, but there's something that reads wrong. Ooh, Dust Bystander, what do you mean? What do you mean? Also, fun aside. The whole joke of, like, adding das in front of random words to, like, sort of make it seem kind of maybe German is hilarious to me. I don't know why this meme gets me so. I don't know why it does that to me, but I find that hilarious. Maybe it's the German in me going, hey, lustig. Blade! Thank you for the raid! Hello, everyone! Hello. Like, das Auto? No, that's just the word. That's just correct. Thank you for the raid, Blade. How was your stream? Are you doing okay? Thank you for dropping on in. Welcome to, we're playing Kadomon, because it got into 1.0 today, and I believe we're about to hit the final boss. Hell Thesis. When an enemy faints, summon a random portal. Summon one random portal. Spawn all box Kadomon at level 2 with random types. So we only have one box Kado. Shouldn't be all that hard. On account of, oh no. It's building up power. Casual 258. Yep, it's dead. There's a portal. It's dead. And now we wait for that hit, 330. The frail thing, for instance, it reads that it should be any source of frail to gain strength. If it wasn't triggered, either it's written wrong or there's some other limit that isn't noted. Correct. There has to be something that's limiting it, bystander, and I do not know what that is either. I don't know what that is either. I would have expected the physical trait to start triggering it, but it might be that the Kadomon that applies the frail, that has the weapon has to be the one that applies the frail. I don't think so, but the clarity across different things is, like, across different effects are pretty bad. You cannot infer from one effect to another. That's what I was talking about with the problem-solving card text. Kadomon tries to do that with these little, like, keywords here, but it fails to do that across the board. I think it's incredibly confusing. Marksman says, I know this is probably going to be a major dig to program. Maybe an action-by-action analysis mode would be nice. Something like that. Siren! Good morning, Siren. Like says, Suikoden was a good time. I'm hoping I haven't slipped into the point of no return. Lots of death flags going up. Oh no! Oh no. That's why I think the limit is the strength. It might be. I would love to see... Well, we've seen that 52 strength isn't the highest, right? Like, we've had an enemy build higher than it. So, no idea. Second phase, by the way. It gains 15 summon slots, and now it summons all Kadomon released this run. So all of the ones that we sold off, we now have to fight. And I really hope that this fight has changed from early access. Because this fight now does a thing where... Or it used to do a thing where the Chaothesis is now in the center and your Kadomon are, like, spread in a ring around it. In order to, like, be cool, epic final boss fight. But that made it even less readable. I hope that was changed. Nope. Nope. It's the same. Oh, that was built up really quickly. Let's see what happens. This is our front now. Our front is on the right side still. So they still have to attack the front there. And we're just hoping that the Warmonger builds up quickly enough that we don't have to worry about anything anymore. There is a billion of the little snowballs in the background. We have 39 block already, 28 thorns. So anything that attacks should die to this. And we're getting more and more. The Taekwondo, we have no idea why it does that much damage. It shouldn't anymore. The strength stack is gone. In fact, I can't see anything there. Nope. Strength stack is gone. No clue. It just does the damage that it does. Taekwondo. It's named Taekwondo. That's its name. There's a million more snowballs in the back row. Oh no. Yeah, like, I believe so too. The Warmonger alone will solve this. We've got 100 shield on it now. The Cravalier keeps it alive. We have 11 regen on it. This thing cannot die anymore. This is why this is my favorite Kadomon. I adore this little thing. Absolutely adore this. $147 shields. 334, there we go. More build, more build, more build. Now we're just waiting. We could speed up here. But I want to see this go down. There it is. There's the hit. We unlocked nothing. Why does the screen pop up when you don't unlock anything? This is like another early access thing, right? Like, in early access, I accept a window popping up to tell you that you've unlocked nothing. 1.0 came out today. Why does this happen? Victory! Where are my stats? What? Why? Where are my stats? I'm not getting any stats whatsoever. No damage stats, no run stats. This is just blank now. This entire screen is non-functional. Nothing, you cheap recursive abusing bastards, I guess. Okay. 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 Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. We unlock nothing. Another victory ribbons. Yes, yes, Pink G. I saw these. I saw these. I saw these. Okay, so let's talk about this. For those of you that weren't here, the first time we played Kadomon, I played a bunch of it during the early access release, in the first week of it coming into early access. I came back to it like 1 or 2 months afterwards, played a couple of games on stream, and I have not played it since then. Today's the first time since, like, in a couple of months that I'm playing the game. Let me open with this. I'm disappointed. I'm really disappointed right now. Kadomon is a game that has incredible potential. The creature designs are insanely well done. Like, across the board, they're either cute or cool, but they all feel like they're supposed to belong in the same world. The art style is very simplistic, but it's very fucking cool. I love the art style this game goes with. And as such, as a creature collector, it will always have potential simply because of that. When Kadomon first launched, we ran into a lot of bugs. Abilities not working, the UI being wonky, the evolution animation breaking over and over and voiding other screens. The dex wasn't all that developed and wasn't all that good. And this is the source of a lot of my disappointment. I'm actually going to look something up while I talk to you about this. I want to find something. A lot of the things that did not work in early access continue to not work. The UI is still a mess. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do the VTuber thing of being like big in the middle of the screen. Look at me, mom. I'm a real VTuber now. Cool. So I'm trying to gather my thoughts because I don't just want to go, ooh, game bad. Like, I don't think the game is bad. So, like, excuse me if I'm being a bit slower about thinking about this while I talk. I didn't pre-prepare a statement. A lot of the things that didn't work in early access, that were very excusable because the game was early access, still do not work. That is the major source of my disappointment here. I was hoping this was going to fix that. Was hoping that was going to fix it. I know that Kadomon's changed slightly during early access. I know that, for example, there used to be type effectiveness in the game, and I believe that was removed because people really disliked it. But it also feels like a lot about Kadomon was built around type effectiveness, and that was the main reason for you to switch creatures, which, after its removal, I also didn't like type effectiveness, let's be honest. After its removal, there wasn't much reason to anymore. You mostly just, like, roll into a team and then just go with it, right? Mostly what I said at the start of today's stream, what I said was I was looking forward to the most was seeing how they fix the clarity issue of the game. And now that we've played around, I can tell you they haven't. Nothing was successfully done in order to fix the clarity issue that Kadomon has. And I think it's endemic to the way that the game is set up. Was there a mark of the Australian government in the bottom right corner? Because there is a good chance that the government has like an arts program that this was partially funded by Blade. This is something that's super common here in Germany. For example, if you look at, I believe, Ethermancer. I believe Ethermancer has that in its title as well. Like, part of the funding came from a program like that. That's why, I think. That's why. Anyway, sorry. I believe the clarity issue that this game has is kind of endemic to the way that it works. It is... There's too much going on. A lot of the effects are small without major impact, yet they take up the same amount of screen space as large, major impact abilities. Whether you deal 1 damage to an enemy or whether you deal 500 damage to an enemy, like, the animation's kind of the same and takes up the same time. I disabled screen shake there because it makes me want to throw up, but that's screen shake in general, that's not Kadomon's fault. It does convey, like, different impact through screen shake, which, no thank you. That's the biggest thing that this game needed. The biggest thing this game needed was a clarity fix, and it didn't get that throughout all of Early Access. A lot of the same bugs that we saw in Early Access are still active. And I'm trying to, like, research something in the background real quick. And that is that I was fucking sure that at one point there was... they did do, like, some, hey, here's what we fixed, some patch notes. And I was so fucking sure that at one point there was a note on one of these that said, hey, one thing we're looking at is in a future update, we definitely want to add the little decks you get. We want to add that to the starting screen. To the Kado decks. Like, the Kado decks was supposed to be added to the starting screen. I still don't see that. Which annoys me, like, beyond belief, by the way. This is really fucking annoys me. Because that should have been a small thing to add, and yet they didn't. It was like Early Access was more about making more content rather than fixing. I don't think so, brethren. They fixed a lot. At least they said they fixed a lot. If you look at the game's Steam, like, news postings, there is a number of bug fixes. There's also a number of, hey, we added new things, like the Tamers, but the Kadomon that we played with today were mostly, or the Kadomon that we saw, were mostly the ones that we saw the entire time, right? I don't think we saw, like, a new Kadomon at all. I'm trying to figure out where the roadmap is. I know they had a roadmap at one point. I'm trying to figure out where they posted it. I have no idea where that would go. They're talking about, like, the roadmap update, but I don't see it at all. They cut the roadmap much shorter than they intended. I know that there was a post that... Well, actually, I found the post. There's a post that says roadmap update community involvement, and it says in all bold, just to be clear, all of the content we outlaid on the original roadmap is still coming before we reach 1.0. Some of it is coming way sooner than we initially planned. Cool. I'm looking for that roadmap because that was on the 1.5 update. Can't find it. They nuked the roadmap due to poor sales? The fuck? I see the note in January. We've had to revise the scope of new content coming. Planning on one more update, polishing various content, adding a new mode to get the game into the best possible shape. This will be the update that launches the game into 1.0. So what's the new mode? What's the new mode? What's new in 1.0? Higher level caps, Ascension mode, unlock stacking difficulty levels for... Okay, so a thing that's standard in all roguelites these days, having like a torment level in Ascension mode, is the new mode. In that Discord, I can see the first roadmap, Steam achievements, metal and mystic types. Well, the types clearly didn't happen, right? Well, they did post that they had to nuke it. I'm being a bit pensive right now. Because I'm trying to, like, get a good grip. I'm trying to get a good scope in my head, right? Like, it's really easy to, like, yell into the microphone right now and go like, "Rah!" But I don't think that's warranted. I don't think me being, like, super mad at this is warranted. And I don't like being mad about something for the fun of it all. I'd like to think I'm slightly more fucking grown up than that. And I know that my audience doesn't consist of 14-year-olds that thinking yelling equals funny. So why do it? It would just ruin my own day. I'm trying to be fair here, chat. I'm trying to be fair here, but none of the things that I was looking forward to this game developing over early access have happened. None of them. Some of the abilities that didn't work have clearly been fixed. I couldn't tell you because The game is still a mess presentation-wise, clarity-wise. And that's a shame. This could have been insanely good. Kadomon could have been an insanely good game. I truly believe that. As it stands, I'm really disappointed. I think it's got a lot of good ideas, insanely good monster design, and I think the idea by itself is sound. But it is clearly lacking in any form of interaction that's normal for its genre, right? It clearly right now leans more on the monster tamer, like the monster collector aspect, than on the auto battle aspect, which means that seeing a new cute creature is cool, like in a monster collector, but the auto battle aspect is just kind of, yeah, I guess. And because that's the majority of what you're tasked to do in the game, it fails out. We can compare this. One game that I've recently played that I fell absolutely in love with is another Monster Tamer auto battler. It's not a roguelike, but we played Yowling. Yowling is a Monster Tamer creature collector by a tiny Chinese studio. Tiny Chinese studio. It's the developers from Prima Flames. Yowling does does like 80% of what Kadomon sets out to do. It does it really well. I'm gonna be the first to say that auto battlers are never my first pick they're never my first pick, ever. I prefer turn-based tactical combat. That's what my channel normally is. I do a lot of turn-based tactic stuff. But there have been auto battlers in the past that I've liked and that I've looked forward to. And amongst all of these, at the very tippy top is Yowling. I think it is a fantastic auto battler that tasks you as a player with adapting and readapting over and over and over. That doesn't just settle on, well, combat's going to happen, chill the fuck out. It gives you real challenges to make that combat count. I can't wait for Yowling to go into 1.0. We're doing a full fucking playthrough of that again. I know we stopped the playthrough on stream. I need to have 1.0 out and I want to do all of it. And that wasn't because the game was lacking. It was because I want the full experience in one go. Yowling is also one of the games that I will basically stop whatever I'm doing right now in order to play the 1.0. Unless it comes out during Clair Obscur, in which case I'm sorry. I wish Kadomon had like a portion of this. I wish it did. Yowling save file corrupted after 4 hours and I still have to start over. I'm so sorry. I have like a 30-hour save file in it, Pink G. Maybe like, I don't know, like not halfway through the game. I'm not even halfway through the game. I hope you can get past it. I hope you can start. Like the game, from what I've played, is so worth it. It's the devs' first real game, says Pink. It's disappointing because they encountered lots of amateur mistakes. If it was their second game, it'd be 3 times better. Yeah. It's a shame. This is kind of the reason, Pink, why I'm like, why I don't want to yell at it, right? I think Kadomon is a perfectly fine concept. Most of its sometimes you see a game that is built on a premise and you realize that the premise is fucking stupid, right? That it's absolutely stupid. The premise doesn't work. Whatever the dev was thinking, like, it's just a construct in their head and it does not function because either it isn't coherent in and of itself or their execution sucks. With Kadomon, I think the idea is very sound. It's a very, very good idea. It works as a concept, but amateur execution mistakes. That's the mistake. That's what went wrong with it. And I believe it is entirely fair to say it went wrong on execution. Maybe it was scope creep. Maybe it was like an ideal vision of here's all of the things that I want to do without the ability to then do them. Maybe without the knowledge or maybe without the funding to do those ideas. There's many things that can get into your way, right? As it stands, I believe that Kadomon is still like a perfectly fine proof of a concept. And to be honest, I got like a couple of really good runs out of it. And it's not like this is a $50 title, right? I got a couple of fun runs out of it. I got to like discover a bunch of monsters that I think are cute, and that's cool. Which is why I'm not mad at it. I'm disappointed because I think it could have been so much more. That's the bottom line that I'm coming to. That's the ultimate bottom line. I wish it could have realized its potential. Yeah. You doubt Yelling comes out within a month? I mean, they're on version 1.98A, so I don't know. And they sold 100,000 copies. Good on them. Good on them. Hey, Magnus. Good afternoon. We're wrapping up right now. Yeah. All right, Twitch chat. Here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna round today out by drawing the winner of our giveaway. I think in the current state, Kadomon is very flawed, and I wish it was more than what it is. However, there is still a shit ton of cute creatures to discover in it. There is value to this. I truly believe there's value to Kadomon still, even in the kind of broken form that it is. If you're a bit more resilient to like frustrations that come with it, and you just want to go through like a bit of a theme park, I believe there's absolutely still time that's spent worthwhile playing it. So, I have with me here one key that I will be handing out to one lucky winner. If you want to get in, there is still a minute or two. We have a channel point redeem that's like 10 points. Even if you've just joined us, you will have those, I'm pretty sure. If you redeem that, that gets you into the queue. And I will be drawing, not right now, Magnus. I don't even need to know what that is. I don't even need to look at what that is to know that I'm not dealing with that right now. So, last chance to get into the giveaway before I draw API errors out of it. And then we are going to be wrapping up for today. Bit of a stretch real quick. Oh, I feel old. I've been sitting all day. Let's roll this up. And we have an API error. Of course it crashes. Of course. Yep, nope. API error. Okay. Okay, hold up. We're trying again. No, Link, he is German. Magnus, what was the word? Like, it was probably the word, right? What was the word, Magnus? While I'm trying to get this stupid program to run, I can handle your query real quick. Let me know. Giveaway? That's a good question. How the fuck would you translate giveaway in German? Weggabe. But that's not what this is, right? That's not what it is. Okay, program's back up. Hold up. Let's draw. And we have... It crashed. That's not IP error, it just crashed. Verlosung would probably be the best one, Link. Yeah, Gewinnspiel is a bit too high rung. That's a bit too the RNG. And I think there's legal ramifications to that word as well, Magnus. Verlosung is probably correct, yeah. Oh, that would be a draw. Right, like a prize draw would be a Verlosung. It's probably the closest one, though. Here we are. Okay, program's back up. Third time's the charm. And we have... Misty! Misty! Is our Misty still here? Is my little angry Canadian here? There she is! Misty, I will be sending you a key. Is it okay if I just send it to you over Discord? We talk over Discord. I can send it to you there, right? Congratulations. Sure. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful. All right, everyone. In that case, I'm going to press this button. I'm going to be pressing this button. Thank you all for being here today. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope I wasn't too down towards the end. I hope I wasn't too negative towards the end. I do really think there's still loads to be enjoyed about it, even if it is only as a case study. Where are we going? Let's see, where are we going? There's no way that... Hold up, I'm trying to fight my follow list. My follow list is a mess. An absolute mess. There we go. I know where we're going. Siren has prepared a raid message. We unlocked nothing! There we go, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night or evening, whatever it currently is, wherever you are. I'll be back tomorrow at 6 p.m. CEST. The annoying European summertime. Central European summertime. We will be playing Dark Deity 2. We will continue from our save file, playing some turn-based tactics, Fire Emblem-like. If you haven't seen Dark Deity yet, hell of a good game. We're about halfway through. Got some new characters that we need to unlock still. Can't wait for more. Take your raid message. Last but not least, here it is. Thank you, Siren. And until then, good night, everyone. Bye-bye!